intro.
How you do the intro?
You country videos you watch and you never normally do intro?
No, how you do the intro? You never see the videos like when you copy somebody if you do the intro?
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet.
Okay, so guys, let's get into this video. We'll be watching top 15 videos only brave people can watch. Are you brave?
More brave than you.
Can't be brave than me, dog.
Alright, you can
Let's
say.
see, let's go straight into the video. Top 15.
Number 15,
What time are you
Bedroom
shooting
Exorcism. If you think you can brave these 15 videos, then you're braver than most. Our first entry has been getting big attention in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community. It's a video of two people performing an exorcism on a girl who clearly looks unwell. There's two eggs on this plate. The priestess cracks one egg, and it appears perfectly normal. But after rubbing the other egg on the possessed girl's skin, it cracks open to a pure black sludge, which is an extremely creepy sign. But things get even more bizarre as the girl sets up with very dilated eyes and drinks the sludge, which causes her to shake and twitch. And the full video cannot be found on YouTube because it gets even more disturbing. I think only seeing this part of the ordeal is enough to terrify anyone who isn't brave. Number 14. Hand on shoulder. You never know when you'll face passing on. So what happens when it's not yet time for you to go? A shopkeeper in a den of Turkey escaped after a man passing by touched his shoulder and warned him to look behind him, alerting the oblivious man to the fact that the cover of a passing truck's back end was open. The metal piece flung toward him, but he managed to move out of the way to avoid getting hurt, or much worse. It's unclear from the footage how the passing man even knows to warn him. He hadn't even turned around to look at the approaching truck before reaching out to the shopkeeper. Guardian angel, your guess is as good as mine. Number 13, Poltergeist. We've all been there. It's a stormy night. Every sound in the house is an evil entity vying for your soul. That must have been what this man was feeling when he saw this happen in his dining room on a stormy night. The clip shows a man enter his dining room, which appears completely normal. Every chair in place.
Sorry we didn't get to hear anything, but we can continue anyways.
Enters his laundry room, then casts the camera down the stairs. It appears that something must have happened to cause him to search his house. He says hello down the stairs. There's something there. He decides to go into his basement to investigate. The wooden steps are incredibly rickety. As he's nearing the bottom, a terrifying racket is heard upstairs. He runs for his life. His kitchen chairs precariously stacked up, balanced one on top of the other. The dining room light is swinging around. The shot is still as the man crosses the room and stands frozen in fear at this ominous sight. The overhead light continues to swing, and nothing is there. There's something especially uneasy about the stacking of this man's furniture. Part of that uneasiness comes from the fact that no human could have done this particular building job in the short period of time that the man was away. Who do you think did it? Or what? Number 12. The Swarm. If insects aren't your thing, then this entry will highly test your bravery. This footage is of an insect swarm at the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. The uploader writes, during a family holiday in 1996 or 7, they parked the car and gone for a short walk up the cliffs. When we came back, we found that our car had become a hot spot for these giant wood lice, sea slaters. The clip shows piles upon piles of wood lice crawling around the car tires. An absolutely terrifying sea of insects, all coalescing beneath the vehicle. As the uploader says, probably attracted to its cozy comfiness. After seeing this, Would you
Oh,
be brave
boys,
enough to
boys.
climb
Yeah,
back
we
in
talk.
and leave? I thought not. Number 11. Dog in crisis. Everyone who owns a dog knows that they can sense things we humans don't. Posted by Redditor
I thought no, it's
Treebone02,
my
he writes, I think my dog had a crisis. And he isn't wrong. The video shows two dogs standing on a day sofa, looking out the window. The bigger one really starts to panic, its legs pushing the sofa so far from the window that he's stretched pretty impressively until he absolutely can't stretch anymore and pops down to the floor. Meanwhile, a number of orbs appear throughout the clip, drifting across the room. Is something outside spooking these dogs? Or is it something paranormal inside? After
No, it
all,
does.
those orbs certainly point towards the latter. If only these dogs could talk and let us know what the answer truly is. Number 10.
Come on, Charlie,
Water
make sense.
warning. As we've said many times on this channel, nature can be a frightful thing. That statement is confirmed in this video posted by National Geographic in July of 2017. National Geographic describes what you're about to watch. Massive flooding has produced scenes of destruction and rescue in southern and central China. In one scene, a man is holding on for dear life to the side of a garage door as the waters rage around him.
How's this supposed to be?
The water is flowing
Scary.
rapidly, only
But
about a
it's
foot
not
from
scary,
him,
just like
as he
really
hides in the
brave
somewhat
for
calmer waters out of
top
the
15
path.
school. Actually,
The
some
water
are scary
surrounding
videos.
him is up to his chest. In the clip, you can see a rescue unfold as a man stands atop a ledge with some rope length of fabric tied around his waist, while the man below holds on tight, being
Commentator.
taken by the water's heavy flow.
doing
Somehow they manage to
we in
lift
the
the man
middle
out
of
of
a
the
video.
waters, pulling
Yeah,
him to
we're
safety.
watching a man that's
Truly a heroic
yeah,
save in a
it's
seemingly horrifying situation.
Like, you can't talk
Number
about-
9.
Number 9.
One
Number
of
9.
them moves. A doll with a creepy aura is chilling enough. So what happens when the doll actually moves? The G-Team Paranormal Investigators posted this video to YouTube in March of 2019, writing,
You know,
after my recent video with Omar, I decided to
Just
take his
like when
haunted
touch
dolls
your foot,
home
but
with
not
me
the way
that
you
night. I did not bring them inside my home. I left them in a shed out back. After watching back the video I did with Omar a few times, I decided to introduce his dolls to mine and turn the camera on. The video reveals an unsettling movement. As Patty, the host, is talking about the dolls, you can see one of the porcelain doll's heads moves ever so slightly.
Because I don't want to keep her, but I'd like her to go to a good home. I mean, if there's somebody out there that's interested.
Alrighty,
I
boom,
don't-
clock.
Did that thing just move?
As if she's listening. Is she? If she
No.
is, does she like what she's hearing?
Must have
She
been-
must not have gone full on Chucky when the camera stopped rolling, so we can assume so. Number 8. Shadow people. If you've never come across a sadistic shadow, then you don't know true fear. Think you're brave enough to face it? And keep
Yeah, I was like,
watching.
dip, I dip
The
in.
footage shows an empty stairwell. A young woman appears at the top, descending to the hallway, when she abruptly turns
see her?
back
Yeah, like a
as a
black
dark
smoke
shadow enters the stairwell from the
I did
doorway
run up the stairs.
below. The vague shadow then disappears into thin air, but then appears again, moving up the stairs. Solifidian in the
gone, she's
comments
like,
has a theory
"I know
about the
my
shadow
mom."
ghost's movements. He writes, hypothetically speaking, a ghost may not have any real physical limitations, so maybe movements are not going to align with how physical
Double check
matter
it by quite a
moves,
people.
but it appears it is absorbing all
And she-
visible
she
light
left-
frequencies, so it must be comprised of some kind of particles. What do you
Anyway, we're gonna
think?
jump to just know
Is
what's
this
happening.
particle-like
Remember that
shadow
video?
ghost
That's why I jumped to
something
bed and
worth
ended up
investigating? I
Coffee
certainly
and
think it is.
Nah.
Number 7.
alright,
Don't go in the closet. When you hear some unusual noise in your everyday life, do you ever stop to think, what in the world was that? Redditor Shadow Husky 1 did when he heard this strange sound coming from his parents'
Whoa.
closet. Husky writes, just moved
Is that
in,
waves? Is that
house
a
built
wave
in the
or
late
something?
50s. When the boy walks
Yeah,
into
you
his
see the thing
parents'
running across your
bedroom,
window?
It's-
you
it's
can
not-
see his
it's not
reflection in the
watch.
floor-length mirror. Somebody's here, he says. As some note in the comments, at the 90-second mark, a strange shadow crosses the
shadow, the
camera.
invisible thing,
Actually, it looks more like a blur or a
The invisible
smudge than
thing.
a shadow. He asks the thing to please make a noise, and unfortunately,
You
it
stupid
responds.
bad boy.
Please make a noise.
Joke. One
The
second.
boy is
Jones.
backing away from the
I wanna jump
door.
for that,
You can hear what sounds like clothes hangers clang together. He then enters an
these
adjacent
people
bathroom
stupid
connected to the
bad, boy.
closet. As he tries to flick the light a dozen times, a woman's voice can be heard for a moment.
A woman.
Who is it? What do they want? Is there a spirit haunting this closet? If so, what happened here?
Stupid bad,
Shadow
man.
Husky doesn't stay long enough to find out. Can't blame him. Number 6. Old South
6.
Pittsburgh Hospital.
I see number
It
1.
seems hospitals are incredibly haunted places. Posted to YouTube in September of 2019, HRJ Paranormal Adventures navigates this hospital. Situated at the foothills of the South Pittsburgh Mountain, the 68,000 square foot hospital was founded in 1959, but the haunting may date back to well before it was built. Unlike Penhurst, there are no reports of mistreatment at this hospital during its operation, but there were reports by hospital employees of paranormal activity, such as inanimate objects moving of their own accord, disembodied voices, and dark shadowy figures, including a 7-foot-tall man on the 3rd floor, who is believed to be a former surgeon who practiced at the facility. He's not the only one haunting the 3rd floor. A toddler spirit and an elderly woman have both been observed there. 2 other spirits, a janitor and a female spirit, known as the Naughty Nurse, haunt the basement.
You
This
see
has
that?
drawn many paranormal investigators to the hospital since it closed in
funny or serious?
1998.
Wait, I want
HRJ Paranormal Adventures manages to capture a few paranormal entities in this video. One is a ghostly reflection that appears twice at 3 minutes 53 seconds, and then again at 3 minutes 58 seconds.
Why do you see? This is just like I'm gonna show
Follow
you.
the crew on their hour-long investigation of this haunted place, and you might just capture a few more spirit sightings and disembodied voices. Number 5. Creepy Girl. Warning, don't enter a dark and disturbing abandoned house at night. Posted by Car Records in 2010, the teen is exploring an abandoned house at night when they zoom in on a corner of the room. In that dark corner, behind various obstructions, appears
a
a
head?
creepy girl doll. The disturbing sight causes them to race from the room. Wouldn't you? I don't
think-
think they had any other choice.
I got
Number
I was
4.
Jones just like, what the
Penhurst
fuck?
Asylum. Asylums hold dark energy, and this one is no exception. This footage posted by the Paranormal Files navigates their visit to Penhurst Asylum. Patient number 1 entered the asylum on November 23rd,
Hey, so this people
1908.
show me
It took
bad, man.
only
Look at the
4
house
years
and
for
look
the
at they
hospital
want
to be
green
overrun
At
by
night.
residents, with pressure to include others. The patients weren't only there to be treated, they were there to contribute to industry, whether it be farming, making and repairing mattresses or shoes, cooking or sewing. There were a number of industries to which patients were assigned. Accused of ill treatment of patients, 9 employees of the institute were indicted in 1983, known as the Halderman case. This indictment ended in the institution's closure and the discharge or transference of 460 patients to other facilities. With all that in mind,
Come
it's
on,
crystal clear that evil things happened at this institution. These happenings resulted in a presence that would make your stomach turn. Many claim that the site is haunted. In fact, the Institute's administration building was partially renovated as the Penhurst Asylum Haunted House in 2010.
Yeah,
Again,
look,
using the
not
site as
me,
such an
right, not me.
attraction has been controversial
Still, if it's like
due to
10
the
weeks,
injustice
I
that
still-
occurred there. But opening the place to the public
Yo.
has allowed paranormal investigators to explore the
Madam.
hallowed grounds. If you're one who likes to fast forward to the scary parts, Jesse P in the comments has you covered, listing all the sightings or disembodied voices she caught in her viewing of the footage. Some of the catches are confirmed by others in the thread, particularly the hotspot at minute 46. Around 46
That was
minutes,
you, I
45
thought it was
seconds,
musical.
Jesse notes a male whisper saying, "Go back."
Then I'm not
At 46
You
minutes,
see that?
50
You see that?
seconds, the same male
Big
voice
person?
states, "I'm a male."
Look right next to this ear.
At 46 minutes, 56 seconds, a female says, "He is attacking you." Lots of other disembodied voices
You heard
are
him?
caught by
Yeah.
viewers
Me and him.
watching the tour of the Institute. And at 1 hour, 5 minutes, 50 seconds, there appears a strange light anomaly as a light or figure seems to shift in the darkness of the hallway. If you're brave enough to watch the entirety of this video, let us know in the comments if you've spotted other anomalies or heard any additional disembodied voices. Number 3. Unknown force. Unknown forces are all around us. Will you be brave enough to fight when you encounter them? In this video, a man is standing in a dark alleyway when another man to his right appears. Figures also seem to be standing around him in the darkness, out of sight of the camera. As you can see vague flickers of movement. Suddenly, he's at the mercy of these figures. But the movement is not human, but like a hurricane force. He's thrown to the ground and the force disperses. Then the other full-figured man in the video grabs him before heading back into the adjacent building. It's almost as if there's water on the ground. As the man tries to move, there's a ripple effect. Then he is dragged by his feet by the other force off camera. The rippling continues for a moment before going still, but the stillness is brief. When the other dude returns to the alleyway, looking upon the scene, he suddenly rushes back into the building as something huge is thrown in after him. It's not clear if it's a person, place, or thing. A moment later, a figure wearing a long black cape and a hat leaves the building. A window shatters beside it as the figure departs. What in the world is happening here? Any theories? I feel at a loss when coming up with a rational explanation for these happenings. Number 2. Haunted Graveyard. YouTuber Moxley's Crazy Adventures posted this haunted graveyard video in November of 2019 writing, "Welcome back to my first haunted graveyard. I went here to see what I could capture, if anything at all. What I did capture was insane. Alright, you reeled us in. Let's just hope you deliver." And Moxley does deliver. He captures a dark shadow-like figure gliding across the backdrop of a lit brick wall. He shouts out to it, but it doesn't respond.
What the that?
You see it.
Hello?
He later hears heavy footsteps nearby. They're clearly heard in the leaves around him. In the comments, YouTuber Spooky Spectre notes that this thing wasn't moving like a human being, nor did the brush move as it passed by. It also didn't respond when being called out to, or make noise or footsteps. Do you agree with Spooky Spectre?
It doesn't matter if it's a human
Did this
or
freak you out?
ghost, 'cause,
If
like,
not,
we
then
held
you're
it
one
in a-
brave
in a
cookie.
haunted-
Before we
Alright,
get
number
to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying
My
my
name Chills.
narration.
My
Are
name
you
Chills.
curious about what I look like in real life? Then go to my Instagram
We do not wanna know
at
it
Dylan
looks
is
like
Chillin'
that.
YT to find out. Do you like my narration?
No,
If
it's
you
only
answered
like,
yes, then tap the follow button and
It's okay
thank
to
you
even
for your
post
support. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person. So if you're
Yeah?
generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then
You should know
thank
that-
you.
that we don't
This
deal with
way you'll be notified of the new video we upload
Okay,
every
get
Tuesday.
to number 1. Oh, good.
Number 1. Mall incident. Reality is often
one
way
is like
scarier than the supernatural. Posted to Reddit by Creeper Crisis, he writes, "Horrifying footage of something that happens daily here in London."
Daily?
The gruesome video shows a blade brandished at an area mall. Chaos unfolds as shoppers realize what's going on. The blade wielder manages to flee the scene. The victims are also seen jogging through the shopping center. One clip shows security guards beside one of the men. The second man is then seen approaching and falls to the ground. Certainly terrifying to watch. I couldn't imagine how terrifying it must have been to witness it in real life. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure
It's not even correct. No, but
Alright.
you see it like when the man went was like going to fight the ghost or whatever.
I see the part, but like, what you see though?
I was like, nothing. This should be top. This should be 10. Hey. This is oh, you start.
So the outro.
Oh, you start.
How you would do an outro? This man, things so hard. Thank you guys for watching. Continue.
Alright. 30,000 likes. 30 likes and we'll do a part 2. But this time with my mother. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and comment what should we react to.
You heard him. Do it, and we'll see you in a bit. Yeah. He said 30,000 likes, but anyways, get us to 30 likes. I hope you guys like it. Comment down below, and I'll see you. Peace.
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta